Shalom, shalom to the 144,000, the elect. Before I get started, let me give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakar Qudash. The one to the apostles and nails of great millstone. Peace and blessing to the brothers that are preaching the truth in the four winds of the earth. May Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua have mercy upon you. Oh, how convenient, or young, right before that. All right. How many of you all are familiar with HB-1 visa? Let me read before I go into it. I'm on a young lady's page. I think I did a video on her off of this young lady's page probably about a month and a half, 2 months ago. But the name of the video is Indians, talking about Elam, gets a wake-up call as they are now forced to leave America's soil. No more HB-1 visa. But before I actually go into the video, which is, they explain it very well, but I want to read off Google concerning the pro HB they got H1B. They got H1B, H1B. I thought it was HB1. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna read it as is on Google. The pro H1B refers to the benefit and advantages of the H1B visa program, which allows U.S. employers to hire foreign professionals for specialized roles meeting critical workforce needs, especially in tech and healthcare. None of them damn doctors, them Indian doctors, regardless of where they're at, even if they're a doctor, they're over here and they're foreign. So guess what? They H1B visas are okay. For an example, if they lose their job or quit their job or however, they have I think it's 90 days, 180 days. I think it's 180 days and 6 months, ain't it? Yeah. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Yeah. 180 days is 6 months, right? They got 6 months to get to find another job, or they got to go. And then get this: if they want to come back to America to work or whatever, they got to pay $100,000 to come back over here just to work. It say benefits include providing a pathway for foreign born individuals to work in the U.S., allowing for potential extension of stay, and the ability for dependents to accompany the visa holder. The visa supports specialized fields like engineering, medicine, and they over here doing just that. And them some wicked people, man. I mean, you talking about they steal just as much Esau steal. Every time you call the phone, that's who you be talking to on them damn phone. No matter what you call, especially dealing with them cell phone, one of them. The visa supports specialized fields like engineering, medicine, and finance by filing positions that may lack available U.S. workers. Okay, key benefits of the H-1B visa: access to skilled talent. U.S. employers can hire foreign professionals with specialized knowledge. And you know what? That's just like right now, right? The one that, because I seen another video where it said that Trump caused chaos. And how was chaos and panic, right? Was shock at the airports. Why? Because the one that the Indian people that was on vacation out of America, they have to come back. Because if they don't come back, they got to pay $100,000 to get back over here. Because they're on that visa. Yes. That, you know what that remind me of, what that is, Isaiah 13, I think it's 13:11, 13:14, They shall every man turn to his own people and flee everyone into his own land. Hey man, the scripture don't lie, man. The scripture does not lie. But little do y'all know, man, that that might be the best place for you all to be is outside of America, because America is I don't know why you want to come here at this present day. I don't know why you want to come here. Fields workforce needs. The visa program addresses critical labor shortages by what? By making it easier for businesses to find qualified workers for what? For specialty occupations that would but they require a bachelor's degree or higher. Pathway. I'll read some more of this later. I may not, but the video explains it in great detail concerning. So let's get into it. Let me wind this back a little bit. Let me turn it up. More chaos and more panic, y'all. That's all it's gonna be.
In the US have gotten the biggest shock of their lives. Yesterday, President Trump mentioned that any American company hiring foreign workers on H-1B visa will have to pay $100,000 every year to the US government in the form of a fee. Which means every Indian who will be hired by an American company, well, that company in the US will have to pay 88 lakh rupees, not one time, but every single year. Now, this means that practically all the Indians working in the US and are not already US citizens may have to come back. Because right now, this is a presidential order, and whether it's going to sustain in the US Congress or not, we can't really say.
Due to the current circumstances, obviously, that are unprecedented for us here at Emirates.
So that was an Emirates flight from the United States to India. And as you can see in that video, that was the moment people found out that Trump's new H-1B visa rule has gone into effect. And if they leave the country, they're not going to be able to come back in the country. So people started deboarding. They started because, yeah, H-1B people who are in America right now cannot leave America. The ones outside, if they want to come in, it's going to cost them $100,000. Like, it's crazy.
To my Indian Republican.
Ooh, Lord, boy. Hey. No more HB-1 visa, y'all. No more HB. Boy, Trump is stirring it up, boy. You trying to tell me Trump ain't that cruel, Lord, man? Shit. Goddamn lie.
Who claim they voted for Trump because of his anti-illegal immigration, but pro-H-1B immigration stance.
Let me read some of this here. It say it's for illegal immigrants. Trump unveils $100K yearly fee on what? On H-1B visas and what? And clamp down on what? Legal immigration. And that deals with them Indian people. I think somebody said in the video, 75 of the H-1B visa people are what? Are Indian people. Elam. For those of you all familiar with what Elam means, that's Elam. That's their biblical names. And that's Kamala Harris. Hell, does not that apply to Kamala Harris? It should apply to her too, right? And she was the vice president. Huh? She over here on a damn visa too, huh? She got to be over here on a visa. And then because she loved to brag, remember she loved to say that she came from her she was trying to be black then. She was lying then. That's when she was taking lies, trying to say she from that her mother was black and all this and that. But we know when all else failed, she went on and claimed who she was. It say Trump to improve 100,000 fee per year for HB-1, and if you hire the ass, they got to pay $100,000 a year just to stay over here. Wonderful. How Trump racist would they racist asses? Huh? They always try to act like they not racist. They some racist asses too. You know, they be talking about we were just reading the Bible. The scriptures is very clear. Deuteronomy 7:6, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Hey, let's hear some more.
This pretty much ensures that that's what's going to happen.
What did I say? 75% of people on H-1Bs are Indian. 75%. You know, you guys could have had everything. You could have claimed that you were the highest earner, most highly educated, and one of you was also president of the free world. I honestly can't even imagine what that would have done for your superiority complexes. You would have been even more insufferable. But you would have had to share that title with black women. And that, to you, is, for whatever reason, a bridge too far. It's for illegal immigrants. How many times do I have to tell you, you aren't special? Like, it's so wild that you think because you came here on a flight instead of on foot that you're special. You're fucking not. You're not. They hate us all. And now that we're all recognizing this together, including this guy, I think everybody in the room should take stock of where we are. We've already hit tariffs and visas. What do you think is coming next? If I were a betting woman, green cards, permanent resident statuses, they are going to look into your visa applications. Any of you guys going for citizenship? Oh my God, the way that they are going to comb through those applications for errors, you know. There are errors. Just wait till they try to figure out how you got your nanny here. You know what? For the next 6
Your nannies meaning your mothers and fathers. They brought their mothers and fathers, nannies up from over here. Everybody over here. Yeah, them people been. Hey, them damn Indian people. Those Elam asses. They stay with that. They stay. Them. Shit. All them motherfuckers rich. Got plenty of money. All rich because they came right over here and got what? They come over here and get loans and everything. They got plenty of money. They stay in the white folks neighborhoods. Have you ever seen one of them bastards stand up and one of them Indian people stand over here and one of these ghetto? No, you never seen them stand in the ghetto. Them fuckers rich.
hours, this has nothing to do with me. I'm going to go back to bed, and then later we'll reconvene to assess the damage you've contributed to.
We will compare the number of Indian H-1B visa holders to the total population of Indians in the United States. I know this is really hard to see, but if you don't want to take my word for it, you can find this information on the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services website. In 2019, Indians accounted for 74.5% of H-1B visas. On that same website, this provides information about the estimated number of H-1B beneficiaries in the United States. There's a range in 2019, so to tilt the number in your favor, let's take the lowest number, which is 619,327. So 74.5% of the 619,327 H-1B beneficiaries means approximately 461,398 are Indian. And at that time, there were an estimated 4 million Indians in the United States, which means that 11.5% of Indians in the United States in 2019 were H-1B beneficiaries. But that 4 million includes all Indians in the United States, not just working age. So that's children, working age, and retired. So to find the number of households who have an H-1B beneficiary, I divided by 3.13% because that's the average size of the United States household. So 36% of Indian households have an H-1B visa recipient. The other thing about H-1B visas is they are non-immigrant, but they are dual intention, which means an H-1B visa is a path to applying for a green card and receiving citizenship. So there's no knowing how many more Indian households include working family members who had an H-1B visa but now have green cards or are now citizens. So it would be even higher. But 36% is not null. That is, in fact, more significant than I thought it would be.
Huh? How you gonna get past that? They pulling their asses, what I want, let me see, let me go down a little bit here. I think it's like, what I want, y'all? About right here. I'll start about right there. Listen up.
It says that if you were born in the U.S. but your parents are illegal, then that makes you illegal too. This is Vivek Ramaswamy, and he's running for the U.S. president. Let's watch this video real quick.
I would end birthright citizenship for illegal immigrants. If somebody comes to this country illegally and has a child while here, I do think we have to end birthright citizenship.
But does that mean you deport like a 1-year-old?
I think you would do the family.
It's great.
See that? Huh? He said I think Trump did already spoke on that. Meaning he spoke on if you came over here illegal and you have children over here, and you had children over here, your children are illegal. Ooh, Lord, how they gonna get through that mess right there, boy? Well, hey, it is what it is.
Let me know thoughts on it.
You might have seen the Trump's new proclamation about $100,000 for H-1B visa. So if you are in India right now, or if you know anyone in India right now, if they board the flight and if they come to United States before 21st morning 12:01, everything will be okay. So if you know anyone, please forward this. And if you know anyone who is on H-1B in India right now, tell them to board the flight as soon as possible.
H-1B program was created in the 1990s.
H-1B was 1990s. It was a split of the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1952.
Right. The reason why so many Indian people are here in the first place, after World War II, after India gained independence from England, there was a need for highly educated people to end up running things in India. The government spent a bunch of money to educate people. What they didn't do was create those jobs that those people would then need to take. Same time in America, in the 60s, there was a real estate crisis, there was a financial crisis, there was the Vietnam War. So there was this huge brain drain, literally just people going to war, people were unemployed, people didn't have shit to do, people's finances were bad, a lot of people were in the shitter. Same time, America needed smart people, created this program to have Indian people come over there, and they were all educated, came over here in places like Alabama, Texas, wherever. Those people end up in motels, they ended up becoming doctors, they ended up becoming engineers. Now we have 2 or 3 generations later.
A lot of them fuck with doctors, man. A lot of Indian people with doctors, especially in 70s, 80s, late 80s, 90s. You don't see as many as you used to see, but a lot of them fucking with doctors.
The kids of rich kids, the kids of those people, the grandkids of those people running amok as American people.
2 things I want to go over. 1, we were right about right-wingers just hating immigrants, period, not just illegal immigrants. Because they're doing a victory lap about this H-1B visa thing. We are effectively barring high-skilled immigrants from showing up anymore. In addition to the low-skill ones employed by tech companies that pay nothing. The second thing is that unconfirmed, but it's apparent that a White House official said this only applies to new applicants, not renewals. However, this is already after companies like Microsoft put out letters like this saying you guys need to get back to the United States today. Just like a lot of Trump's policies, it's immediate, really confusing, and racist. And of course it has a giant humanitarian impact on working American families. Honest working people's business trips and personal vacations and going back home to see family just got uprooted in the blink of an eye because Stephen Miller put this on Trump's desk and said you should sign it because it's great. This is not legally enforceable, for the record. Good fucking luck getting everyone to pay all this money. The amount of administrative overhead this requires to hunt these people down and get the $100,000 or throw them in jail / deport them is insane. It's not going to happen, and I do think this is going to be blocked by courts, but for the time being, it's been 10 hours and it's still here, so we'll have more updates as they become available, I guess.
And it's still here, and that been 2 days ago. For those of you all that are wondering, let me read these comments, some of these comments right quick. Read them the comments. User 2, let me see. I don't know the damn name. The Indians who thought they were close to white realize that they are 100% not. See, now, like I just read that precept concerning every people shall turn to his own. Actually, let me pull that. Let me pull that up. I think that was telling Isaiah 13 and verse 13 and 14. And it shall be as the chase row, they're talking about, as a sheep no man taketh up. Talking about Esau Edom, because nobody's gonna in that day, no one is going to save Esau Edom in that day of that destruction when it do come. They shall what? They shall destruction, and even when he because his future is captivity. For all the nations is captivity, but Esau Edom, they're gonna be the reign leaders and of being the ones that are gonna be put into captivity, because they are at this present day they are the rulers of the earth, and they are the reason why the earth is in the bad shape it is, and they are the reason why the people moaning, right? And it. Now I want to read that. Here it is. They shall what? They shall every man turn to his own people and flee, everyone into what? Into his own land. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Meaning, basically, you got to be with your own people. Everybody going in these last days. Everybody going to turn to their own people. This is what you're seeing right now. But hey, most of y'all don't believe the scriptures. Most of you all hate what we preach because why? Because the truth always hurts. DJW say it's funny how disrespectful these other groups were to blacks. And now whites are kicking them out. We ain't black either. All these negative terms. Okay, here we go. That'll be another video. The H-1B visa system has been abused by greedy Americans, companies hiring third world workers who work for low wages. Damn lie. Them damn Indians ain't working on low wages. And then they sell every goddamn thing. They got their hands on every phone, any phone you want, any food product out of those. For low wages and live in slave quarters. There have been only one. Now you can say that about it's Mexicans, illegal immigrants, Honduras somewhere, and Cubans. Those are the ones that were treating bad now, which is Issachar. Those are the ones that were for low. Them damn Indian people ain't working on low wages. There have been numerous accounts of moon layoffs of Americans workers who had to train their Indian replacement. It's time to fix the system. The white folks, boy, they make America great again, y'all. There are 1.5. I mean, you niggas going back into the fields. There are 1.5 billion Indians. They need to build their own opportunities in India. Man, people got their hands on every damn thing. Like I said, every time you call one of them cell phones and try and talk to someone and you got a problem, that's who's picking the phone up, trying to steal your money. All they do, and those are the main ones that robbing Americans. Them old folk with them a virus on your phone, a virus on your computer. That's them damn Indian motherfuckers there. Make you think, and then they get your number and take all your goddamn money. Yeah. It was only a matter of time before the Most High, how about I get these devils too. So, all of y'all gonna fall. All of you gonna fall, and the Israelites gonna rise. That's what I'm gonna go into. I think I'm gonna go in Jeremiah and get that. Come out from her, me, my people. Okay, I work for a very small Indian-owned company that provides tech services. See that? They would fake the resume of opt to H-1B Indian workers to get them jobs that they do not qualify nor deserve all the time. I told you them balls still just they steal their asses off. Meanwhile, hardworking Americans, regardless of ethnicity or race, that actually did their education and had actual experience would be disqualified for that position. Another factor I discovered: H-1B status holding Indians who had hold on, let me roll this up. Managerial position of I don't know. I think it's been manager. Anyway, the team led role would only hire Indians. There is no surprise. Yeah, they're not worried about what you think. They can give a damn about you talking about they being racist, this or that. Just prove it. They're just not gonna hire you. When you come through the door, whatever. Ain't no nigga finna get no job not with one of them. You talking about shit. There is no surprise. And then y'all, that what amazes me. You damn black ass women. You damn Eve, man, y'all is ridiculous. All that crying and boo-hooing for that damn Indian woman, man, Kamala Harris. Y'all ought to be ashamed of y'all damn self. But hey, y'all have been deprived of wisdom. And y'all are leading roles of the women that have been deprived of wisdom. There is no surprise when you get into the Department of Team. There are a majority of Indian workers in the Department of Teams, and you are the only odd one out. Here I thought we had no jobs, but in reality we do. but has what? Has filled the cheap labor that has little to no real experience holding opt or H-1B visa. Meanwhile, those jobs could have gone to people who actually deserve it. Man, they don't give a damn about that, man. Read a few more and I'm going to go back to the video. Somebody say, boom. Now these companies are forced to pay Americans a living wage. They usually hire these immigrants to pay them less. Now, not no Indian people. We all know how to do the same work. Now, these motherfuckers is rich, got plenty of money, just like you so-called white people were using the system. So that y'all are one and the same.
Another wrench in the Trump administration machine, I suppose. There's just something new and terrible that just hurts a bunch of people for no reason every day.
Just in, the American government has been scrutinized by India, saying that they are stopping Indian students from entering the US. Previously, during COVID, if a student applied for a visa from a third country, so that means if you're an Indian student, you go to Singapore, and then you apply for an American visa through Singapore, that would be easier to get into the US. The US has now banned that completely. And from September 2025, what will happen is that all students, international students that come into the US will have to apply for a student visa from their home country. Now, this is going to stop a massive influx of Indian students into the US because most Indian students come through a third country. This is a growing trend globally, especially in Australia. A lot of Indian students come through Ireland or whatnot. So this is going to stop completely, and the Indian students are pissed.
Good.
Crazy turn of events. My boyfriend had to get up out of our Italian pasta making class in Rome and leave.
There you go, Jay. Get your Indian woman. That one don't want no. You can't. She's not gonna date no nigga. I won't care if she was a millionaire, multi-millionaire. She don't want no nigga. That's what y'all got to understand. These people are racist as hell. And so guess what? I mean, even the Lord is racist, like I told you. Where did they get the idea of being racist or being with your own people? The Heavenly Father, Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shah, y'all.
I kid you not, leave, not the class, leave Rome because of the whole H-1B $100,000 situation that's going into effect Saturday at midnight, and it's literally Saturday midday in Rome right now. So he had to be on the next flight back to make it in time. And so,
look, they gotta cut their little trips out, right? They be going on trip and be 3 weeks a month. You niggas be lucky if you even get a week off of vacation from a year. You be lucky to get a week.
I'm here solo, but he booked the next flight to anywhere in the US he could find, which is crazy. He'll be fine. Italian vacations can happen again, not stressed, but it does make me wonder about, number one, people that can't just drop of a hat, buy a ticket back, or number two, too far away in a different country to make it back in time, who have just had their entire world flipped upside down overnight because it came into effect and happened so quickly. These are times we live in. Anyways, I'm gonna go shopping. Microsoft just warned all H-1B employees in foreign countries on vacation to come back to the United States immediately because starting tomorrow, Trump has implemented a pretty unexpected executive order where instead of $1,000, the H-1B visa application fee is now $100,000. He just 100x the fee. Also changed other rules like making the minimum salary to get an H-1B go up to $100,000.
These Kamala Harris people, y'all think y'all these people right here. You all are not these people right here. Huh? You all are not these people right here. Y'all think y'all are Kamala Harris people. Y'all are not Kamala Harris people, man. These Kamala Harris people. I'm talking about you, Eve. This woman, these people, hey, just because they got a little melanin in their skin, they don't mean all brown folks or kin folks, man. You know, it just y'all just so ignorant, it don't make no sense, man. But these people be laughing at y'all, especially them damn Arabs that work in them stores all in your neighborhood. You come up to my, what's up, brother? That's not your brother, man. Oh, and I'm selling you that old ass food up in them damn Snicker bars and candy bars and potato chip, all that old ass shit. Y'all running back up in them back and forth eating that old ass shit. Whew.
150K from 60K. The first is because Trump sees even legal immigration as taking jobs away from Americans. But the problem, of course, is that companies have not been able to find enough skilled engineering talent in the United States, which is why they're looking at people abroad. The other reason he's doing this is, you might remember we covered him firing the labor statistics chief because he didn't like the job numbers, but unfortunately firing her doesn't actually change the job numbers, which haven't been looking that hot even though the market is doing well. By decreasing legal immigration, it does force companies to hire American workers instead, even if they're not skilled enough for those roles. The other way to get job numbers back up would be to take away tariffs, because that gives companies the predictability they need to start hiring again. But obviously he doesn't want to do that, so this is an alternative where he just stops the visa programs, and that probably would pump the job numbers up. The other reason is he wants to pay down the American debt. Last year there were 500,000 applications for H-1B visas that companies submitted, which would have raised $500 billion if they had all paid $100,000. Of course, once the $100,000 fee is implemented, most people are not going to submit applications anymore, but Trump is still estimating like $100 billion could be made from this program, because he's also letting people buy visas on their own for $1 million. I do think a lot of exceptions will be made to this pretty insane rule, especially for his friends. Like, my pod prediction is that he's going to give Zuck and all the people that were like front row at his inauguration an exception, or have some type of backdoor loop.
See, all this is her opinion. This is all she doing. It's talking about her damn opinion. Your opinion don't matter. You know, women get on here, man, they just ramble, man. And just making up shit. They don't have no, very rarely you see one or maybe two of them that using facts and not feelings and emotion. She don't know what the hell she talking about.
So if he does do that, the real people that'll get screwed over in this are tech startups as well as hospitals, because a lot of people in residency in the U.S. right now, as well as doctors in rural areas, are on H-1B programs.
Companies are... I told you, them goddamn Indian, man. A lot of them are doctors, man. But they asses are hit. If they lose their job, they got 6 months. I think 180 days to do what? To get that, to find them another job, or their ass got to go.
They're now going to have to pay $100,000 per H-1B worker that they have. Trump's base is pretty happy because they don't really care if you're documented or undocumented. They don't want immigrants coming here. Trump is also claiming that this is going to bring back jobs to Americans, which probably won't. You have to understand that H-1Bs are not like evil and stealing your jobs. Tech companies are sending them to H-1B workers because they know they can exploit them. 60% of H-1B workers are paid well below local median wage. So tech companies can pay them less, and they can make them work ungodly hours because they know that their immigration status is tied to their employment.
Good.
So if you lose your job as an H-1B worker, you have 60 days to find a new one, otherwise you're out. The companies that were using these workers to cut costs are not going to just magically start giving these to Americans that are going to ask for more money. They're probably just going to outsource the jobs. Another interesting thing here is the timing of this. So 75% of H-1B workers are Indians, and he has not been getting along well with India recently, so maybe this is retaliatory.
For fellow internationals and anyone working in the U.S. on a visa, we are crooked. So Trump just signed an executive order that adds $100K yearly fee on H-1B visas. So, in simple terms, what this means is that your company will have to pay the government $100,000 every single year on top of your salary just for them to be able to hire you. This is insane. As you can imagine, this would be extremely devastating to all internationals if it doesn't get blocked by the Congress or the Supreme Court. Because it basically makes it extremely hard for companies to hire and retain international talent.
Listen, man, most of these people, the Indian folks over here, man, like I just told you, they make, if they don't have a $1 million salary, they close to it. They close to it. What, I mean, hell, what, $350,000 a year, $400,000 a year? Yeah, pay that $100,000.
And if you have ever tried to get a job in this country as an international, you know how extremely hard it already is. So now this is going to make it just like 100x harder. It's going to be nearly impossible to get a job unless you're like, a top AI researcher who's like sought after by the top labs or something. Canada, here I come. No, but seriously, it might be worth it to start considering other immigration options or, different visas like the O1 visa that doesn't have this applied to. Again, this is major news for all internationals in the US. I really hope it gets blocked because otherwise it will severely impact international talent and high-skilled immigration in America. but I guess we'll find out more over the next few weeks.
This H-1B executive order is going to expose America's mediocrity problem. You will soon realize that America's greatest export is the fruits of the labor provided by the people they import. Silicon Valley runs this world, and they couldn't have done it without H-1Bs. Your phone, the internet, almost every fucking app you use was built by an H-1B. America's big tech companies and oligarchs are not moved by this, and slowly you all are going to realize that they don't give a shit about America, because...
Yeah, it was built when created, a black man, so-called black man, the reason why you get a cell phone. They don't tell you all that, y'all. They don't tell you all that. Look it up. Google it. I'm not Googling shit. You Google it. Sometimes y'all need to do your own work. Google it. Don't let these people just tell you any damn thing and you just be like, la la la. All y'all got smartphones, you don't even use them. For what something you need it for that you really important. But y'all Googling in a minute. They're trying to find out how much money somebody got. Madness.
By disincentivizing H-1Bs, you're just giving them more incentive to outsource completely to India or China. Cheap labor is the name of the game. The moment America becomes unprofitable, their interests no longer align. Hypocrisy is also blatant with the introduction of the gold card. These people will scream America first from the rooftops, but suddenly a $5 million payment is enough to become American? Oh right, the only American value they care about is money. As if this country isn't already corrupted by rich elites, let's bring in some more from different countries. Because fuck assimilation, money is our culture. Believe it or not, we don't have a plethora of domestic talent. Our education system is big, but of course there's no talks to reform that. But instead they target some of the most productive members in American society. Disincentivizing H-1B recruitment in favor of US citizens is like Kim Jong-un in North Korea hosting his own Olympics, but forgetting to invite the rest of the world on purpose, just to increase team morale. Participation trophy. It's my...
This guy here, this guy look like AI here, for real, for real. Look at them damn lips. This might be an AI guy right here, y'all. Hey, but it is what it is.
Myopic. It doesn't solve anything.
I mean, he do look India though.
Why is America behind? Why is America average? You're not making America great. You're at a critical time exposing us as mediocre. You are stifling innovation in the tech sector during the AI arms race. And you will soon see that big tech corporations really don't give a shit about what the president says. Because if Mark Zuckerberg became president, he would lose a significant amount of power. Wrap your mind around that.
Trump just signed an executive order that imposes a $100,000 fee on the H-1B visa, which is really just as well because the AI development was getting out of hand. We needed to slow that shit down anyway. He also re-unveiled the gold card, which now costs $1 million, which is essentially just a VIP line for Disneyland, but for staying in America. I guess if you've got the cash, you might as well ride the becoming a resident roller coaster in first class. By the way, we have no method to collect this payment, but I digress. Trump's immigration policy is just now a luxury paywall.
See that when we get on here and just make up shit? You think how they don't have I mean, if you over here, all they gotta do is say, hey, Trump gotta say, hey, pull me all them H-1B immigrants up. Put it up. Okay, collect see the year and go collect that money. What the hell you mean he ain't got no list. He can't man, shut up, man. See these women get on here and they just say anything.
Well, Make America Great Again is just turning into Make America Gated Again. The next thing you know, crossing the border will come with a resort fee and a 2-drink minimum. Thank you for entering the U.S. Enjoy your bottle of despair and a coupon for the overpriced health care. You know who can afford the 100K visa? The same people that were already building AI to replace Americans. Congratulations, you've outpriced the struggling immigrant and replaced him with Elon Musk's AI chatbot. You know it's dystopian when the American dream is now a premium feature. You can't get in with hard work anymore. You can only get in with the black Amex and a LinkedIn profile that ends with .a.
But guess what? We don't give a damn. We really don't. Let me see. Name. We don't care. Because guess what? You finna be uncomfortable now. You finna feel the what so-called black people been feeling since we've been over here. Men, let me say, not black women.
Desperate urge to do postmortems of this election because it feels like it gives us some semblance of control. I am not emotionally there yet, but I do want to talk about why she lost so much of the Indian vote in spite of being Indian. And I totally get that there's going to be an immediate instinct to hang it on the rampant and pervasive anti-blackness in the Indian community, which 1000% contributed, by the way. 1000%. Some will blame it on the fact that so many Indian immigrants tend to lean Republican because, as I've said, they not only chase proximity to whiteness, but they believe that Trump's tax cuts will benefit them. In certain cases they will, but in most...
Now you see she got Indian who voted against Kamala. Man, please. How many Indian you think voted against Kamala? Psh. They don't do that. They don't do that.
Sorry, Uncle Beige. Others will say that democratic social platforms like LGBTQ protections aren't something that Indians culturally value. Not no. Some will blame anti-Muslim sentiments and say that Indians would love a Muslim ban. Also not no. All of these things are contributing factors. But I fear that the answer is far simpler. Did you know that gender reveals are not a thing in India? Not because Indians wouldn't love an excuse for another party, but because it is actually illegal for your doctor to tell you the gender of your fetus. The Indian government had to step in and make it illegal for your doctor to give you basic gender information. If you're not Indian, you might be wondering, why would that be? Let's put our critical thinking caps on. Abortion is legal in India. Indian society devalues women to such a degree.
Abortion is illegal in India. I wonder why. But Eve throwing away children in trash cans every day. Wow.
This is a society that is so patriarchal and misogynistic that the Indian government had to step in to make it illegal for people to find out their baby's gender because female infanticide rates were so high that they risked destabilizing the country. I'm not...
Female infanticizing rights. That just means what? We in a feminist society. Don't complain now. Don't complain now, cause if you get a divorce, you would. Well, not now. But that's probably my next video I'm gonna do on that's Kentucky. The state of Kentucky is the first one now to have look it up. It's the first state of Kentucky is the first state to have if a man and a woman get a divorce, they got to share 50-50 custody of the child. Look it up. Kentucky.
Not kidding. Keep in mind, India does not limit how many children you can have. Many would say, unfortunately. They just don't want girls. Before you try to bring up Indira Gandhi, you all know how she got elected, why she got elected, and how unlikely it is that anything like that would be replicated anytime in the near future. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter that Kamala Harris was educated, successful, had achieved more than most will ever in their lifetimes. She's still a woman. You just don't love that. And I want to be clear, this is not even an age thing anymore. Gen Z Indian men voted against her in spades. They've been radicalized like every other group of young men. So, that's my
Alright, y'all. Let me get these these precepts in. Let me start off with since I got it over, still got it over. I just read the portion right here. That they shall every man turn to his own people and flee every one into his own land. So y'all just hey, it's not a bad thing because America is done. You should be, but hey, I think some people got 1 billion people over there in India, right? They got 1 billion people over there, so they don't have too much of nothing over there to be worried about anyway. We'll start at verse 6. Jeremiah 51 and verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, which is America, and deliver every man his soul, meaning that's spiritual departing, right? Be not cut off in what her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's Yahweh vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense, and that recompense is for the Israelites. The reason I started with this precept here is because my point was down here in verse 9, but I just started out with verse 6. Spiritual departing, meaning, because most of our people, meaning you 2/3, you Israelites, y'all are not going to come out of this place anyway. You're going to continue to want this place to continue as such. Verse 7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, Lord Yahweh hand, right? That made all the earth drunken. So real soon, most of the people, hold on, let me fix this thing real quick. Let me fix this real quick. Y'all bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Okay, let me start over. Verse 7, which is Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, in the Lord Yahweh hand, that made all the what? The earth drunken. Through what? Through her philosophies. Through the her confusion. You know, America is full of confusion. You know, America is what? Babylon, which means literally confusion. The nation have drunken of her wine, therefore the what? The nations are mad. They like the scripture. What that is? I think that's in 18. Revelation 18:4. Come out of her, my people. Talking about you Israelites. Listen, man. The scriptures is for really for us. I mean, we got to give everybody their judgment, but this portion. I mean, the Bible was given to us as a people. This is our future. This is our everything that went on. Never mind. I want to get off subject. This is Revelation 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. Come out of what? Come out of America. Meaning up into the chariots. So, for those of you all that getting kicked out of America, you need to accept that and keep it moving. I know they got a lot of shit over him, boy, especially them Indian folks. Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins. But none of your material possessions and things gonna matter, man, when this place is what is destroyed. And that ye receive not of her plagues. This place is gonna get it, man. Just like this place is America is that lake of fire. Can't say it enough. Can't say it enough. Where did I want to go? Why did I come on? What was I? 6. Jeremiah. Verse 51:8. I go back to, you know what? Let me do something right quick. No, verse 8. And I go back to Revelations 18:4. Jeremiah 51:8. Babylon is suddenly falling and destroyed. How for her take balm for what? For her pain. Mean medicine. Take medicine. If so, she may be healed. We would have what? Healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. So real soon, the allies of America, they're going to what? They're going to turn against this place, man. They're going to be like, man, fuck them. Literally. Meaning, forsake her, meaning forget her. Right? And let us what? Go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto what? Unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. So America is about to be judged. And for those of you all that are trying to stay over here in America with their visa, you'll be best that you get the hell on, because the Heavenly Father is getting ready to what? To avenge his that recompense to his elect, which is the elect of the children of Israel. Like I just say, come out of her, my people. Revelation 18:4 again. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues, meaning those nuclear missiles, chariots of the Most High. This is what the 1/3 of the children of Israel will and shall be taken up out of what? Out of said danger of America. what that is, 11. I think in Revelation 11 and verse, look at the verse, y'all. 11 and verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in what? In a cloud. What that cloud was? A chariot of the Most High that y'all call UFOs. And their enemies beheld them. Because they were standing there what? They're going to be standing there in a gaze and like, damn. And immediately when what? When the elect be taken up, what's going to happen? America is going to be what? Deleted from off the face of the earth, man. Well, not literally. It's going to just be blown to smithereens. No one is going to have what? It's going to have any, won't be no more building over here in America. It's going to be a desert, a wasteland. It's just only going to be a memory. And I'm going to get that too. But first, let's get Isaiah 26 and verse. Let me show you how we're going to escape out of the out of said plagues over here in Babylon, which is America. This is Isaiah 26 and verse 20. Come, my people, into thy chambers, meaning the chariots, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. So you do good to what? To stay out of America. You people. But y'all going to come right on back, because the indignation of the Lord means it's going to be what? It's going to be righteous anger of the Lord, man. That's literally righteous anger of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. Real quick, let's go to Michael. Michael 4 to be exact. Michael 4 and verse Michael 4 and 10. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, meaning the Israelites as a whole. But today, I mean, in these times in America, only the elect are going to be saved out of what? Of said danger. The elect. Just like in the days of Noah, only 8 people were saved. They was what? Considered to be the elect of that time. 8 people. O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail, meaning what? Catching hell. They're going to catch hell, travail for what? For now shall thy go forth out of the city of what? Of America. So you would do well to what? To stay out of America. But a lot of you are going to come back, because why? You're going to get that judgment from the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. And thou shalt dwell in the fields, and thou shalt go even to what? To Babylon, which is America. Thou shalt what? Shall be delivered there. The Lord shall redeem thee from the hands of thy enemies. Only the elect are going to make it out of Babylon, man. So you do well to stay out of America, Babylon, because it's definitely going to be destroyed by the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. And you know what? Let's go back to Revelations. Let's prove that. Right? 18. I was 18:4. Yeah, when I say, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Let's drop down to verse 10. Standing afar off, the fear of the torment. You know, you are gonna view these the destruction of this place on TV, satellite. You are in ships are gonna pass by, and what they're gonna say, standing afar off for the fear of the torment, meaning her destruction, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, which is the city of confusion. America got AI. You don't know what's real and what's fake. Huh? Man want to be man, woman want to be a woman. Total confusion. The city, Babylon, confusion. That mighty city, for in 1 hour in thy judgment come. In 1 hour, that judgment is going to come. Let's go to verse 17. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to nothing, and every shipmaster meaning what? Your goods came from what? Off of ships. On what? From the docks. So this is why the terrorists, Trump know what he doing. But in this time here, in that day, it won't be no ships coming here and docking and bringing you anything from the other countries. And every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off. And what happened? And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? What great city? America. America is that great city. So you would do well to what? To stay away from what? America. Verse 19 of Revelation 18 and 19. And they cast dust on her heads, meaning that goes into what? That dust meaning old customs, right? And cry, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city, America, Babylon, the city of confusion, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour she, America, made desolate. That's the ending woes of America, man, which is destruction. Verse 20, rejoice over her, America, thou, though heaven, Israel, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for what? For God, thy power has avenged you on her. On her who? America. Babylon. America, man. What that is? Verse 24? Let's see something. Yeah, verse 24. And in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints and of all that was slain upon the earth. So when I know them say, call Allah Yahweh Bahashim, Yahushua Bahashim, Rokak Hudash, Shalom. Stay out of America.